Amazon gets into crypto, the value surges for Bitcoin. The idea is simple. Every day, Monday through Friday, I go live for about 10 minutes. We discuss digital marketing. We also discuss very important topics like money, what it is, and why you have to have more of it. All right. We also discuss things like how to become a better person, the best version of ourselves. And I only have a couple things that I want to get out of the way to that are like sponsors, I guess, or things that are products that I use and recommend. One of them is a supplement for the brain. That is, I had to do something when a few years ago it scared me. My memory was so bad it scared me. And it was to the point where I couldn't remember what I did yesterday, couldn't remember um, names and phone numbers. I hated that feeling. So I looked for solutions and I found something that is really good. There's a link in the description for this. Effing Focus. Effing Focus will help you focus. I personally prefer to stack it with effing clarity. Clarity and focus together. These are proven uh, supplements that work. There's a link in the description if you're interested. All right. One more thing to get out of the way. Today's topic is about e-commerce. Today's topic is also about crypto, just because I'm fascinated by crypto. I think it's very interesting. But what's even more interesting is that it is possible for anyone to sell online now. And there's a quote that I will obliterate, I promise you. I will paraphrase it, but I will probably destroy it, although you will understand the sentiment of it. It is a quote that I'm attributing to Warren Buffett. Research is not my thing, but the you remember the idea of the thing. You remember this idea that if you aren't making money, if you don't find a way to earn income while you sleep, you will spend your whole life struggling. It's a paraphrase. It's not exactly what Warren Buffett said, but the idea is still the same. You have to find a way to make money while you sleep. And one way to do that is through e-commerce. So if you want to get started with Shopify, Shopify is the best platform besides Amazon. Amazon is great. And there are ways to sell on Amazon, and there are ways to sell on Amazon with Shopify. But the great thing about Shopify is you have full of availability of your contacts, your customers. You have access to their information. You have their emails, and you can't do that with Amazon. So you own the IP. You can own your intellectual property. If you can use both Shopify and Amazon together, then awesome. I know there are people that do that. But the main point here is you have to do something. Start with Shopify. Shopify is the easiest, best platform to get started. There's a link in the description in Facebook and YouTube here. I don't know about Twitch. I'm new to Twitch, Sorry, I'm really green. I don't fully understand it, um, but I'm on it. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing. All right, let's get on with the show, man. Ramble too much. All right. So Amazon put up a job posting. Amazon put up this job posting that they are looking for an expert in cryptocurrency. They're expanding um, their payments services, payments capabilities to include crypto. That's what it looks like. That's where we're headed. So it's likely that Amazon will accept cryptocurrency and will probably become a third party um, third party exchange. So what is probably what probably will happen. It's too early to say, and I'm not claiming to be able to predict this stuff. Uh, So what I was saying, as cryptocurrency becomes more accepted, it will be more widely used. If you've been following El Salvador uses Bitcoin as a legit as their form of money. So the interesting thing about what Amazon is doing is the job posting mentions centralized um, digital currency expertise, which indicates that there will probably be. I have a comment. Let me see what it is. Oh, yes. Uh, just getting to that, answering this question. King FLI'd, King Flied. Sorry if I mess up your name. King Flied. Is it true that Amazon will have its own cryptocurrency? I'm getting to that. It's impossible to predict. However, why not? Why wouldn't they? Imagine if they did. If Amazon, I have to answer this guy. Let's say probably. Why wouldn't Amazon have their own cryptocurrency? They could. They very well could. Now that's interesting. So probably what will happen is they will become an exchange, a third party exchange, where Amazon will be able to take your fiat money, your US dollars, fiat. If you don't know what fiat is, that's what our US dollar is. It means it's a money that is based on nothing but faith in the government. They will probably be able to take that, convert it to eh, convert it possibly if they have their own crypto. If Amazon comes out with like Amazon bucks, why not? They could. People would use it. You don't think people would use it if Amazon created it? Because it would automatically have legitimacy because Amazon is such a big thing. So why not? So let's just say hypothetical, and I'm going to wrap it up. But wrap it up in a minute. But before I go, what if we had like well, Bezos isn't the CEO anymore, but what if we had Bezos bucks and you could buy and sell using Bezos bucks. I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but Amazon could. There's no reason why they could not have their own cryptocurrency. That's interesting. What would happen to the US dollar? What I um, can imagine or foresee, again, I'm not making any predictions. I don't do that. But it is likely that the US dollar and other fiat will live simultaneously to crypto, and they will both be used in transactions. But what is also likely is, this is what I was getting at a second ago, is the job position calls for centralized cryptocurrency experts, which means that the central bank, on one hand, the whole point of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is decentralized, so it can't be owned by a corporation or a bank or one person. However, there there is a digital US dollar already. I don't know if anyone uses it, but maybe someone does. Someone might use it already, but the central bank will probably have their own cryptocurrency. I don't know if that would be in addition to the digital dollar or not. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. I can only do so much research. There's so much information out there. All right. But here's what I can sift through for you. The central bank will want to have their own reserve digital currency, which means the whole world will use it. There's a chance that that's the end game. It's possible. Okay. But what I see, oh, I have a comment from, oh, my same person here. Venezuela has tried to switch to cryptocurrency to fight inflation. It's possible. Let me reply. To fight inflation, cryptocurrency kind of, you would think it's a hedge against inflation. It is and it isn't. You have to talk to someone who is more, you know, is more of a credible source than me. But um, it could be a hedge against inflation to the point where, say, the US dollar is worth less and less because of inflation, like what happens in Venezuela, El Salvador, etc. So we would want to use an alternative form of currency that inflation doesn't work the same way with cryptocurrency, because you, just in broad terms, broadly speaking, for example, Bitcoin, there's a limit to how much that will be out there. I think it's like 21 million, something like that. Again, you guys can correct me. So there isn't inflation with cryptocurrency in that respect. Am I wrong about that? I don't know. In that sense, it's kind of a hedge against inflation. But the thing is that everyone has to agree to use it. Or at least enough people have to agree to use it, which now there's enough people that are agreeing to use it. So it's a legitimate form of money and a store of value. So all I'm saying is don't ignore it. Do your own research. All right, but that's my show. I got to get back to work. Appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment, smash that like button, and let me know how I can help you out. All right, I have spoken.